natural state is balance, peace, harmony, love, and joy. Little kids feel good and energized. One would hope they haven't been beat up by life yet, and they've just come from the other side, which is pure love. And so they don't know why they feel that way. They just do. They're just naturally connected. So they're not integrated, but they're awake. Somehow we lose that. We get programmed. We get beat up by some of the things. What are some of the things that cause fear? It might be an underlying current of anxiety that you don't really connect with in your daily life. You just try to stay busy or overeat or drink or take pills or get involved in other people's problems. You don't really belong. Whatever it is that gets you out of yourself so that you don't have to feel what's going on inside of you, that is energy in your space. So we're going to talk about energy in your space. We're going to talk about the kinds of fear and how you connect with your true state, which is love, peace, and harmony. That's your natural state. So you may have energy in your space that's not yours. You have an aura, you have chakras. And in that energy field, if you've been abused or been through any traumas or illness, if you've been exposed to religion that is fear-based, if you've been around governments that are fear-based, or your family. It could be not, maybe even not their fault, but they didn't know any better. And so they raised you to be afraid, or they maybe not, didn't say anything to you, but it just was projected onto you because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. If your family was fear-based or had anxiety, you may have that too. But we can heal that. That's why we're here, to remember who we are, to remember that we are energy and spirit, and that our true state is peace, harmony, love, and joy. So let's talk about so that we can recognize some of these fears. But when I do healings and readings with people, I see their family, I see sometimes lower beings. This world believes, a lot of this world, and has for millennia, in negative energies and fear. That's why they exist here. If we don't believe in them, they don't exist. That's how powerful your love is. Love is the most powerful medicine here on the planet. Love is the only thing that is real, and you can choose love. It's simply by using your intention and practicing. So you may have been practiced at either avoiding your feelings or being fearful or using other things to deal with your feelings. But when we stop and become quiet, the things that we usually try to avoid in our daily life, and really tune into ourselves and who we are and how we're feeling and how we're doing, that's when we can open up and find the place of peace, harmony, and love, because that is already inside of you. It is above you. It is the creator. It does come from other people and pets and nature, but it's already inside of you. It's not something that you need to go and try to get from somebody else. And once you have it there, similarly, other people that are loving are just little babies, would look at you and smile. Animals will come up to you. Birds, butterflies, nature, when crickets, grasshoppers, butterflies, birds come close to you, or sing a beautiful song near you, or you walk through the woods and they're chirping, you know that you're in harmony and balance. Because if you weren't, they would know. Insects and bugs know. Similarly, if you have an infestation of ants or flies or some type of quote unquote more aggressive insect, beetles, any kinds of bugs, because they can feel your energy, they can feel your fear, and they can feel when something's about to happen too. Just like when you walk through the woods, when an animal's about to attack, it's quiet. They know. So animals can come close, feel you. They feel what's going on with you. They know who you are. And it's important for us to get back. We used to be in touch with that. Before we were programmed out of that by religion or government, or maybe our families. Maybe our family was abusive. Maybe our family just didn't know any better. And we just picked up all their anxieties and their programming because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. When I walk my dog, he will go right up and love on people with an open heart. He just knows. If your heart is closed, it won't even look at you. He'll just walk on by. He doesn't need to, he knows you're not going to connect. Animals know. And it is and small children, they know who you are. They see this. Don't be upset if a baby cries when they look at you. It's a message, because everything is here to teach you. Or if an infestation or aggressive animal comes around you, it's a message. They are your ally. They are teaching you about yourself and your energy, whether you're in fear or you're in love. So let's go over some of the types of fear just to help you connect. And then we'll do a process to help bring you back into love. And if you've been doing this for a long time, maybe you need to practice. Maybe it won't shift in one day. It could. I remember going into a temple in the Philippines with a beautiful Mother Mary statue, and I'm not religious, but I connected with her energy, and she had this crystal in her chest. And when I walked in there, the unconditional love was so powerful, I just broke down and cried. And I sat there and I meditated, and she helped me to open my heart. Also, if your heart is open, but you're very afraid and empathic, that may not be comfortable either. So I'm actually doing a chakra class tomorrow. That is September 6th on the lunar eclipse. And we're going to be working with our heart chakras and healing. But we'll do a healing here. But this is important for you to know. So let's talk about some of the types of fears that you might have, because sometimes it helps to identify. Your fear isn't bad. Your fear isn't wrong. If there's a car coming and you're in the road, your fear will get you to move. And we'll talk about this, okay? So that's more like a physical fear. So fear of lack, which is a type of worry that you won't have enough. That is not real. There is no lack in the universe. That's a belief. So you may have a belief sitting in your energy field, which looks like a snapshot in time or a video to me when I look at you psychically, or a teaching from your family or government or whoever that you shouldn't have money. Religion says you shouldn't be greedy, or you shouldn't take too much, or there isn't enough, or everybody's got to, fight or work hard. So that is a manufactured non-truth. Okay. So fear something bad will happen. Things will happen because we're here in a dichotomy of light and dark, good and bad. So things could happen, yeah. But if you sit around and fear that things will happen, you live in a state of fear, you're missing your life. And you may even attract fearful things to happen because you're matching a vibration of fear. So what I like to do is stay in the moment. If something happens, you'll deal with it, and you'll be better equipped to deal with it because you're not coming from a state of fear. You're grounded, you're present, and you'll know how to deal with it much better than if you were sitting there exhausted and worried and staying up all night about what's going to happen that's bad. So that's an illusion. These are all energies that sit in your energy field. You can do energy healing, Or you can also use your intention, which is what we're going to do, what we're doing here, to be aware. Because if you're not aware of it, you can't heal it. So that's the start, that be aware. Okay. Fear of speaking up. Okay, so fear of speaking up can also come from the time of the witch burnings, or being in governments where if you spoke against the religion or the leader, and that's kind of going on now in America, that you could be punished. And so if you're, or that you will be ostracized from your family, your group, alienated, exiled, because you don't fit in or you're speaking out too much. I've been in abusive marriages where if I open my mouth, I get the back of a hand, believe it or not. So I didn't let that stop me, because we have to, so I got out of the marriage. So we have to, eventually, we have to, when I started loving myself enough, if we don't speak up, then why are we here? That's why we're here. So you may find ways to speak up. I'm not telling you to get into arguments with people. You might want to be careful. But if you hold your truth inside, why are you here? This is all temporary. This is an earth school. Why are you here? So when you don't speak up, the center here closes. You get lack of energy. You get bottled up emotions. You can have endocrine problems with your health. And so it's important for you to speak up and speak your truth. Now, not everybody needs to know everything about you either. But okay, so fear of speaking up. Now, physical fears like fear of heights and water or bugs or something like that, those are from past lives most of the time. They can be that you've taken them on from a family member, a story or a movie or something you watched as a young child. But mostly those are things that happened to you in past lives, and they're not really in real time. If you do a past life regression, or just understand, that I know it doesn't make logical sense, but okay, being aware of that once again, is super helpful. So fear can be like when you are walking up a hill, and this could be a metaphor for your life. You're going on a walk and you're wondering, like, should I be going on this walk? Is this a safe walk? Is your life safe? Should I be going in this direction? But you keep going, because what does a hero have that we can emulate? They have courage. You are a hero. You're brave just simply because you're here in a body on earth, especially now. But what heroes have is they have courage. It doesn't mean they have lack of fear, but they do it anyway. They walk up the hill anyway. And so you say, when you're walking up the hill, show me you're here, your guidance, your GPS system, your higher self, your guides. Is this the right path? Is this, am I? And you'll get signs. You'll get the animals. You'll see a feather. You'll hear a song. You'll get a chill. You'll have a dream. You'll get a knowing. You'll get a confirmation. Okay. You'll see a flash of light. You'll hear something. Show me if this is the right way. Even though I'm afraid and it feels uncomfortable, you do it anyway, because that's how you're living your life. If you just stay at home and hide, that's not a life where, how is that? That's not why you're here. You're not here to hide from your life. And that'd be fear of failure. Fear of failure. If you don't try, you'll never know. And when you try and you fail, that's a good thing, because then you've learned for the next time. You see? So keep walking up the hill. Unless you get a sign, this is not safe. So that would be fear of certain people. Some places and some people are not good or safe for you to be around. So if you're getting a fear, like I don't feel good here, I want to leave, trust that. That kind of fear you can trust. I don't trust this person. I'm afraid of them. I don't feel safe with them. That's a fear you can trust. That's your guidance system telling you to move away from them. Move away from them, get out of the relationship, trust your guidance. So fear is not always wrong. Fear is giving you information about a situation. Fear of not being liked is a huge one. You may try to blend in or say things or look a certain way. That is not your authentic self. To bust that fear game, be who you are. Love yourself. Not everybody's going to like you. I was shocked and horrified to learn that, oh, wow, not everybody's going to like me. And they don't. And that's okay. Not everybody is supposed to like you. Like yourself. I answer to a higher calling, and so can you. You're not here to be liked by everybody. You're here to know thyself and to follow your truth and to love yourself and not live in fear of whether people are going to like you. Fear of death is a huge one. We all have a fear of death. Well, I don't really anymore because I don't believe in death. There is no death. The body dies, the spirit lives forever. So, but a lot of people have fear of death or illness or pain. We're very brave to be here. A lot of times common sense will tell you what to avoid so that you do not have that. And if you're connected to source and higher path, you're going to be taken care of. Okay? Fear of that saying that something is wrong. Okay, so that goes to fear of saying the wrong thing or other people not liking you. Okay, so now let's go to, I have notes here. How do you deal with fear? Like we said, first of all, recognizing fear as something that's giving you information, but not necessarily something that you need to live in, be in. And so love is being in a state of love, being in a state of loving others. Oh, that's the other fear. Prejudice. People thinking that you're different or being different. It's actually a mental illness that is taught to people here, a prejudice. So being fearful of that. Okay. All right. So we included all those. All right. Excuse me as I digressed for a minute there. Okay. So we're going to stay present. We're going to check into our heart center, which is in the center of our chest. Okay. And we're going to choose love and feel love and wake up to feelings of love. So let's do that for a minute here. And if you're new to this and you're just doing this now, then you can practice this when you get up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night, or if you meditate. Those are the times that you're in a very sacred spiritual zone because you're shifting states of consciousness. And so that's a really good time to just wake up. Instead of grabbing your phone and your coffee, sit there for a minute and love yourself. Hug a teddy bear, hug your pet. Animals know how to do this unless they've been abused and then they've taken on people's fear. But okay, so let's go ahead and close your eyes and feel your body and just notice if your body is in fear or love, and send yourself some love. If it's easier, you can start by sending love to a puppy or a child, a beautiful place, a person that you love, send them love. Like your heart is opening and you're sending a beam of beautiful love to that person or animal. And then bring that love back to yourself. Breathe in love. Today, I will choose love. Today, and in the dream world, I am connected to love. I am love. You are love. Today, I will choose love and peace. And there it is. Beautiful. So if you're interested in getting a healing, please contact me. I'm doing private sessions still. And I'll check out my class on my website, SibylHarmony.com. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, my classes are on my website. So are my private sessions. Thank you for dropping a like in this video. I really appreciate that. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. And share with me how this is helping you to connect with love, or thoughts of loving yourself, or what kind of fear you're letting go of. All right, take care. We'll see you next time. Sending you love. Bye for now.